Alright, you guys, so today we are doing the New Year's 2015 video, and yeah, it is 5 months late. A lot of you guys probably already know the reason why that is, but just in case you don't, go ahead and watch the previous two videos. That should explain it pretty clearly. Yeah, so this video is pretty much just a formality now, in order to keep up with the tradition. I'm doing it here at spawn just to give us something different to look at. First of all, I just want to mention, like right here, if you look, the fireworks are coming straight out of the ground. That's because they're actually generated with command blocks. In fact, let's see if I can find one right there. That one right there. So you see over here, we've got a creeper face inside of another type of explosion. That's actually generated with just one. Oh, is there another one like really close right here? Kind of. That's actually generated with just one command. It's not. It's literally just one firework rocket. It's not two happening at the same time or whatever. Even back in 2013 when I did the first video that sort of started this tradition, I've never really been too concerned with utilizing my own resources to do things like the creeper faces and whatnot. Because personally, for me, it's like the fireworks, like the idea of a fireworks show is like, it's actually kind of a very time-consuming process to plan out something like that to do a really good one. And I'm just not really interested in wasting that time for a video that's going to happen once a year that's going to be pretty much identical to any other fireworks show that you're going to see, just for the sake of keeping up with the tradition, we're just sort of attempting to sort of go with the flow and make this happen. But like last year, I think was one of my favorite videos that I've made was when I didn't have any idea what to do for the 2014 New Year's video, and because I was so busy setting up the Anime Collector channel back then that I just went to Examples Base during his 500 subscriber special and sort of hijacked that as my 2014 fireworks show. So anyway, or the New Year's video, I should say. But yeah, so we're just going to sort of maneuver around spawn a little bit. We're going to see this again in the base progression video, which is the second half of the New Year's sort of tradition. Let's see if I can get over here without... Oh, wow, I'm surprised I made it through here. I'm really... Oh, did I get stuck? Possibly. Oh, perfect. I'm really glad that they made that change with the leaves being able to just sort of... Oh, maybe not. Whatever. Anyway, let's get back on the track. So one thing I just sort of want to point out before the base progression video is there's no more glowstone at spawn, or at least I've done my absolute best to go through and grab every little bit. Yesterday... Oh, there's some right there, actually. I was going to say yesterday when I was setting up the command block stuff for this, I noticed a few that I missed, but get back... Oh! Now I'm breeding him. I'm trying to get back on the horse. Okay, just give me a second while I go ahead and take care of this. Alright, so the reason that I went out of my way to take the time and swap the glowstone for torches is because I was doing some prep work for the base progression video, and I thought I might add the spawn territories this year. And here's kind of what I was looking at as I was planning out the angle for how I was going to capture Alamantis' tower here. And, when I was doing it, it just, obviously it looks kind of awkward. And, when I've been sort of going throughout my own work at the spawn territories, I have found that it makes it a little bit more complicated to sort of plan out what you're doing. It's just not as easy to sort of visualize things as it would be if you were just looking at torches. So... and also, Roy has been very vocal about his distaste for having all the glowstone around spawn. So that all sort of came together to me finally making the decision to take the time to go ahead and swap it out for torches. Anyway, so as I said before, this is sort of just a formality making this episode, but why don't we try to have a little bit of fun with it? I'm going to go around and just sort of look for a couple more glowstone here and there and see if we can just sort of clean it up that final degree. And maybe we'll find something we can do with that glowstone once we're done. Okay, so it looks like I missed a lot more glowstone than I thought. I'm going to go ahead and stop here. I actually, while I was looking through the swamp, I actually found this guy. Oh man, I keep doing that. So I don't think this is Roy's horse. If I remember correctly, I think Kashi made this horse after Roy lost his, but on the bulletin board, when I pranked Roy, I left that message that actually had the date of his live stream. So I'll go ahead and check his live stream, and I'll see if this horse is the one that he lost. I believe it's not, but it is, you know, a brown color, and that's what I put on the bulletin board. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and check that out, and I'll pop back in as soon as I get back to the food village where we've got the rest of the glowstone stored. So it turns out that Roy actually lost a mule and not a horse. I had confused myself because in the illustration that I did, I had based it off of the retarded horse from Family Guy. So anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and take this glowstone, and we are going to pull just a tiny little prank on Roy. So I'm going to move this over closer to my base and get some supplies ready for some redstone stuff. God, another one! I was just putting Kashi's horse back, and I can't even do that without finding another piece of glowstone. I did not do nearly as good of a job as I thought. Alright, so I'm at Roy's nether base, and as you can see, I brought all the glowstone. And I grabbed some droppers. I'm probably not going to need that many. I just grabbed what I had at my nether base, which is, you know, just a hop, skip, and a jump that way. But my original plan that I had was to take the droppers and put them in the floor, the walls, and the ceiling and stuff, and make it so that when he came through the portal or something, it would just start activating them all. And basically, it would activate a clock to just set out this. I think there's like 8,500 or so glowstone blocks in there, so it just basically just fill up, make a huge mess. Which is a lot nicer of a prank than taking the 8,000 glowstone and just filling up his whole area so that he'd have to break them himself. But anyway, so that was my original idea, but I don't think I'm going to do that now because not a lot of room on either side for the ones in the wall. The ones in the ceiling might still work if I put them right above the leaves. I'm not 100% sure. I think they'll go through the leaves. And they won't, you know, start going back up as a item elevator type. But let's go ahead and I'm going to, you know, hop off for a minute from the recording and just sort of see what I can set up. I'll do some tests and I'll pop back in just a second. Okay, so go ahead and test. And as you can see, they pop into my inventory. I tried this with that blocked off. It still comes up. And I also tried it like this, and as you can see, they still come out. So putting them up here where the leaves are is not going to work, and I kind of expected this, so I'm not too bummed. So I guess we're going to be putting them all on the ground, and we'll just sort of see how that goes. So I'll pop back in as soon as I have a working sort of prototype, and we'll move on from there. Alright, so I got all these filled up, and I'm going to wire the redstone right underneath this, which is great. It should be a lot easier than what I was originally going to do. Originally, I had hoppers facing into this, and I actually built all the hoppers and stuff, and then I did the math, and I'm like, wait a second, 9 times 22, that's even more slots than I have in the chest, and so I realized that these aren't even going to be filled up. Which makes it, again, a lot easier to activate these, I think. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wire this up, and we'll just do a little bit of a test. Okay, so I'm basically all finished. I just need to put back the slabs here. But I wanted to go ahead and show you sort of how this operates. So you can kind of see it back there. There's a redstone block. And when this is flipped, and I'm going to do it in just a second, but I just want to sort of walk you through this first. When he comes through the portal and activates this, assuming he comes through the portal and he isn't somewhere else, I'm pretty sure he's at his base, but I'm not 100% sure. But basically, once he comes through his portal, a non-sticky piston is going to push that redstone block, which I just realized I can show you a lot easier from over here. Can I? Yeah. So a non-sticky piston is hiding right behind there. It's going to push the redstone block, which is going to power this. That's going to start this clock, and that's basically just going to activate, you know, all the droppers. So I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. I'm going to walk through here. Now, I do have a kind of a potential issue. Now, when I slab this back up, there really isn't going to be a whole lot of... in fact, maybe I don't have to worry about this at all, actually. I just left and came back. Okay, this is probably the only spot right here where something could spawn. So there is a good chance, there is a decent chance that Pigmen could activate this. But let's go ahead and do it real quick. Oh, that's going to be awesome. That's even better than I was thinking. Okay, come on. Go down there. It's lagging just a tiny bit. So let's break that and put it back. So there you can see the piston. Wow, that's going to be perfect. I hope he's recording. Oh, man, that was perfect. All right, cool. Wow, look how much I got already. That's... Whoa. Yeah, that's coming out fast. Okay, so I'm going to need to put this back. Oh, right. I forgot about the fact that it's going to do it kind of weird, you know, out of order. Yeah, so I'm going to fix this. I think it was 13. Yeah, that looks about right. I'm going to go ahead and fix this, and we'll put the slabs back on, and we'll just sort of wrap up the episode. I was just getting ready to put down the... oh, crap. Oh, that's so loud in my ears. I was just getting ready to put down the sign, and a damn Pigman just went right past me and activated this thing. Okay, that's good enough. Alright. Oh, gosh darn it. Okay, let's try this again. So I'm going to put the sign... I'm going to hide it right here. Took care of the glowstone at spawn. There we go. That you hated so much. There we go. I barely signed my name. Okay, so that takes care of this side. I'm going to go ahead and... now, technically, there is a zombie pigman on the other side of that portal, right? So I'm going to try to run to Roy's base real quick. I actually recently connected our two bases with a road. So we're going to go ahead and take that. And you know, the zombie pigman should despawn as I come towards his base. But just to be safe, I kind of want to double check. I actually don't remember where this actually connects, the road. He had a specific thing he did. Oh, it connects to the lily pads. I never would have... built it that direction had I been the one to build it instead of him connecting the roads. So let's see. His portal is right out here. And I just realized that I didn't grab a second sign before leaving. Okay, here we go. So, oh, shoot. I totally had something planned that I was going to say. I don't remember what I was going to put on the sign now. Ah, crud. There's some sparkly stuff on the other side. Let's see, that's one word. Other side of your portal. And then can I... Nope, can't sign it. Oh, well. He'll find it on the other side. Alright, so that's about it. So I wanted to thank you guys for, you know, stopping in and watching this video. I know it's been a little bit awkward. It's kind of a weird episode. It's, you know, it's a shorter episode. It's been a long time, several months at least, since I've actually sat in front of the microphone, you know, and really... Oh, no, he did that. I was having flashbacks of the glowstone at spawn. It's funny how it's okay when he does it. Anyway, so yeah, I know it's been a little bit of a weird episode. I'm sort of getting back into the flow of things, and it's I don't know, it didn't start out so good. There's some weird editing in the beginning. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time with the base progression video. So Take it easy. Ah, dang it. So I just checked the most recent backup of the server, and Roy is not at his base. He is at the Mushroom Island. So when he next logs in, he's going to suffocate in obsidian. And that is how I'm going to get him to respawn at his base and trip the trap. So hopefully I can get him to start recording and get him to log in and do this. So it's a little bit more mean, but whatever. Okay, so I guess that most recent backup I had was a little bit older than I thought. See, not a lot of players have been really active on the server lately, understandably, because the game hasn't really been updated all that much, and I've been so busy with the last 2 episodes that I haven't really been on much, so there's just not been a lot of community effort going on. And about 3 months ago, Roy put out a video where he sort of toured the server, and he ended it as part 1 of the tour, and he ended at the Mushroom Island at exactly the spot where my last backup pegged him as, having logged out last on the server. And I forgot that Roy actually had made another video about 3 weeks ago where he connected the path to his base that I had, sort of outlined. So it turns out that if we go ahead and hit go to Roy, this is a new backup that I just downloaded off of the FTP, and we can see him right there. So he definitely is, as you can see, he definitely is at his base. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to remove that sign because I don't want him to be suspicious, I don't want him to be tipped off that there's something just on the other side of the portal. So I'm going to go ahead and log in as Third Echelon AFK. I'm going to fix that sign, and then we're sort of going to wrap up the episode. Okay, so this is what I'm going with instead. So it says, are you heading to spawn? Make sure you're recording. And the reason why is because I messaged him on Facebook and told him to head to spawn and record and all that. So this is just me getting him to record before he goes to the portal, because the idea is that I don't want to tip him off, like I said before, but this should hopefully make it, if he sees it, he might just run right past it, but whatever. So the reason I wanted to log in as Third Echelon AFK was so that I could head to the Op Lounge, and it looks like I've got my Seiferus skin on Third Echelon AFK at the moment, but so I'm going to go ahead and go to 050. All right. Now, what this is underneath spawn, I set up a little area which we're going to be using for the base progression videos, where I've got commands with teleport. I've got command blocks with teleport commands stored in them, so that I can teleport like to Alamantis's base here and take the screenshot that I need for the base progression video. So I've also set up the ones for the spawn villages as well. So over here I've got the fireworks set up, and obviously it's kind of just a big mess. I'll probably clean it up. I was going to take it out. Basically the way it operates is there's an item that flows through here, and you'll see it in just a second, I think. Yeah, there you go. So what it's doing here is it's sending an item. Obviously, this stacks to 64, this stacks to 16, and this doesn't stack at all. And those provide different power outs to these command blocks, which all summon a firework. That didn't end up working out so great. So I also added this, which basically activates all of those fireworks every couple of seconds. And it also, as you can see over here, it also activates these ones every couple of seconds as well. Just, I was just trying to rush through it, Like I said, this wasn't something I was too interested in spending a lot of time on. Creepers, caught. So, as I said before, I was going to destroy this, but actually, I'll probably clean it up at the very least. But next year, if I don't know what to do, which, spoiler alert, I probably won't have any idea what to do for New Year's, all I kind of have to do is come in here and change the coordinates. Since this is in the spawn chunks, it can operate even if I was to, let's say, host the next fireworks show, the next New Year's episode at, let's say, the Mushroom Island. So that's a possibility. Man, I should just turn this into a mob farm. Anyway, so that's a possibility. But another possibility I was thinking of was, what if you guys, like, if you have a server or even a single player world that you wanted to turn into a server for one day and invite me on to show me your fireworks show for New Year's one year, that would also be something we could do. You know, I'd be happy to sort of come on and have somebody else do the work, setting up the fireworks show, and I'll just sort of be able to record that, you know, help spread the word about your channel or your server, and that could also be fun. So anyway, that's it for now. I know this has been a very weird episode. I've got headphones plugged in, but I'm not actually using them. But you guys are probably hearing this. It's probably really annoying. Yeah, so I know this has been kind of an awkward episode. This happens every once in a while on my channel. You know, when there's been a long break or I've been focused so heavily on another, you know, special thing, like let's say the dwarf videos we just sort of got done with. I just sort of need to get back into the swing of things, and it's just a little awkward. You know, switching gears feels a little bit strange. So you got to do these weird episodes every once in a while where they just sort of don't flow very well. But hopefully we'll be back on track very soon. Anyway, guys, that's finally it. And I hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Take it easy.